Hello everyone, this is Monty here and welcome to my channel Cinemorbit. If you are new here, please do subscribe and press the bell icon. Before starting this video, I have a request. Watch this video until the very end. I think this movie deserves that. In this video, I'm gonna talk about Sam Mendes' film 1917 starring George McKay, Dean Charles Chapman, Richard Madden, Benedict Cumberbatch, Andrew Scott, Colin Firth, Mark Strong, and others. So basically, hearing the star cast, you can realize that both Robb Stark and Tommen Baratheon of Game of Thrones are here, and they are brothers. And both Sherlock Holmes and Jim Moriarty are there too, jokes apart. It's a British epic war film directed, co-written, and produced by Sam Mendes. Well, it's better to call it an anti-war film rather than a war film, to be more precise. The movie is based on the information given to Sam Mendes by his paternal grandfather Alfred Mendes. The story of the movie starts on 6th April 1917. Needless to say, it's First World War. An aerial reconnaissance has observed that the German army, which has pulled back from a sector in northern France, has made a strategic withdrawal to the new Hindenburg Line, where they are waiting to overwhelm the British with artillery. In the British trenches, field telephone lines are cut. So two young British soldiers, Lance Corporals Tom Blake, played by Dean Charles Chapman, and William Schofield, a veteran of the Somme, played by George McKay, are ordered by General Erin Moore to carry a message to Colonel Mackenzie of the 2nd Battalion of the Devonshire Regiment, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, calling off a scheduled attack that would jeopardize the lives of 1,600 men, including Blake's brother, Lieutenant Joseph Blake, played by Richard Madden. Schofield and Blake cross no man's land to reach the abandoned German trenches. In an underground barracks, they discover a booby-trapped tripwire. This is triggered by a rat, and the explosion almost kills Schofield, but Blake saves him, and the two escape. They arrive at an abandoned farmhouse where they witness a German plane being shot down in flames. What happened next? You have to watch the movie to know that. Whatever told will be less. It's an astonishing piece of filmmaking portraying war with enormous panache. It makes us glued to the giant screen. It's so much captivating that it just embraces us with its perfect details. The cinematography is out of the world. Cinematographer Roger Deakins deserved the Academy Award, and he got it. The movie got 3 Oscars in total, but I really do think that 1917 should have won the Best Picture award too. The camera work is incredible. Small sets of every set were prepared to experiment lighting and camera movement. And Sam Mendes is a legend, that's it. The acting of George was awesome, and so was Dean. Richard Madden had a very short role, but he rocked it. This film is about the casualties of war. The dialogue, "Some men just want to fight," is really deep. Hope is a dangerous thing. This dialogue of Benedict Cumberbatch takes us to nostalgia. One beautiful thing is that it's shown in the movie that Indians also fought with the British in World War. Normally, other films ignore this part of colonialism, but Mendes didn't. When Schofield crosses the bridge, the camera focuses on his feet instead of his whole body. Mind-blowing cinematography. Soldiers crave for some peace, and music brings peace. 3 things signify peace: flowers, babies, and music. Soldiers of the Devonshire, known as the Devons, listen to the song "Wayfaring Stranger" sang by a soldier. This signifies peace. Schofield crosses a river full of petals of flowers, and immediately after the flowers, there are dead bodies of soldiers. It feels like the flowers are the tribute of nature to the patriot soldiers. Scofield meets a French woman with a baby in a basement near a coast, and he leaves his food and milk for the baby. So every example of peace has been highlighted beautifully. Normally in other films we see the fighter jets and the dogfight from the pirate's point of view, but in here the dogfight of jets is shown from the perspective of the persons in the ground. Another exception. Scofield runs along the no man's land to prevent the attack. This scene was something else, really. The sound effect, sound mixing was so intense and incredible that it just won our hearts. The whole movie seems to be a one big take movie. Though there are very few cuts, but with incredible editing that becomes nearly invisible. So it's the best one-take film and one of the best films ever made, ever. Considering everything, I'm gonna rate this movie 10 out of 10 stars. I will recommend this movie to everyone. Everybody should watch this incomparable art of cinema. Hats off to Sam Mendes, honestly. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace. Spread love, not war.